Elaborating further the meaning of partnership, in this video we will learn about the features of partnership. Liability, decision-making control, membership, formation, risk-bearing, continuity and mutual agency. Let's learn these features one by one. How does the partnership form of business organization comes into existence? Remember that partnership is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932. It comes into existence through a legal agreement. Legal agreement describes the terms and conditions governing the relationship among the partners. This legal description, this legal document is known as partnership deed. It contains the entire detail relating to the relation between the partners, their profits and losses sharing ratio, the manner of conducting the operations of the business, the conditions for conflicts or discrepancies in the business. Everything, all the minute details are written in this agreement, which is called the partnership deed. So, the formation of partnership business, it's a lawful business carried for the basic motive of earning profits. When two or more than two persons come together for charitable purpose, it will not be considered a partnership. So I hope that you are clear how this comes into existence. It comes into existence as per the contract between the two persons or more than two persons, whatever they have agreed upon each other. Now remember one thing, this agreement may be an oral agreement or written agreement. If it's a written agreement, then it is called a partnership deed, but it is not compulsory that a written agreement should be there to start a partnership firm. Now about the liability of partners. Partners have unlimited liability. Usage of personal assets for repaying debts in case the business assets prove to be insufficient in case of heavy losses or failure of the business. So, liability of all the partners are unlimited. So, partners are individually as well as jointly liable. They have to pay off the debts. They are individually as well as jointly liable. All the partners are jointly responsible for the debts, contributing in proportion to the share in business and as such liable to that extent. Each partner individually too may be held responsible for repaying of the loans, repaying of the debts or covering up of the losses. In such a case, a partner can later recover from other partners an amount of money equivalent to the shares in liability defined as per the partnership agreement. See now, as I told you, it is not compulsory to have a written agreement, but it is always beneficial among the partners because in case of heavy losses, conflicts may arise between the partners. So what is necessary? That there should be a written agreement, but as per the Partnership Act 1932, this is not a compulsion. Next feature is risk bearing. Risk involved in a business is borne by the partners as a team. The reward comes in the form of profits, which are shared in agreed ratio by the partners. Losses are also shared in the same ratio in case if the firm occurs so. So risk involved in the business is borne by the partners as a team. Losses are also borne as a team. About the decision making and control, the responsibility of decision making and control of day-to-day activities is shared among the partners. Decisions are usually taken with mutual consent. Activities are managed through the joint efforts of all the partners in a partnership firm. How this business continues? What about the continuity? This is characterized by lack of continuity of business since the death, retirement, insolvency, insanity of any partner can bring an end to the business. See, suppose the partnership is between three persons and one of the person dies. Now, two people are remaining. In this case, the previous agreement was between three persons and now one person is not there. So therefore, they will have to again make an agreement in which there are only two partners or they might add the other partners. Every time a new agreement has to be made. Remaining partners may decide to continue the business on the basis of fresh agreement. About the membership, at least 2 members are required and maximum number of partners allowed in a firm is 20. sorry, 50. Maximum number of partners allowed in the firm is 50. About the mutual agency, that is their mutual relation between each other. The partnership firm is a business carried on by all the members or any of the partners acting on behalf of all. This all depends upon what are the conditions, what are the contracts between the partners. Maybe every partner is an active partner, everybody is working, maybe any one of them is working on behalf of everybody. It all depends upon the contract. So every partner is both the agent and the principal. Since a partner represents the other partners, he is an agent for them and thereby binds them through his acts. Once the partner can be bound by the acts of the other partner, he is principal as well. So each of the partner is an agent of the other, each of the partner is boss of the other. All of them are working on the basis of team. These are the features of partnership firm. Now I hope that with this video you are clear with what is partnership, how it comes into existence, how it is carried on, what are the conditions, what is a partnership deed, and further in the coming videos we will elaborate further. Thank you all.